Up, it's Three Toe. We are about to jump head first into this class trial with Danganronpa. So if you haven't already, you should probably check out the rest of the playlist. There'll be a link to that in the description. So yeah, let's hop into it. Right?
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
I know. I was running around
Should
for
I
like
do
probably
it? Is
a
it
good
okay?
10 minutes
Can
before.
I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Yeah, I
Please
guess
go
so.
through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Sure.
See you soon.
Story time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Okay. Let's go in. It's so empty. Monaco made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery. What the? Oh, I've recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, then it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Well then,
I
please
can't
get on the
wait.
elevator. Now then, I'll see you all down there. Oh, what the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the
I don't
worst.
get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
Don't think I'm acting casual. Or I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
Or, I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. And the person is here? The person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator. With each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just a 6 of you, huh? Really? It's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault. Where all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one lost classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You all know the drill. Let's find. You all know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. You want to save the data? Yeah. Focus gauge recover more quickly. I don't really use the focus gauge. Increase damage to the opponent when statement is destroyed, effective during bullet time battles. Increase bullet capacity effective during bullet time battle. Increase the time limit for each phase. Effective during the class trial. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, sure. Multiple suspects. Murder in a locked room. If anyone was likely to survive, it was Sakura. And yeah. Okay. I guess we'll finish preparations. Last trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Yes.
Now then,
Where to begin?
where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
I know, she's so quick.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
See, the only one who I think wouldn't kill someone is him, Hiro, which makes me suspect him even more. I think it was Hiro.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
He just seems really sure one of those three is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Make your argument. Okay, let's see here.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
No, wait, no.
Shoot.
Sorry.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
I'm confused for Hina. I'm sure she's mentioned it before.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low.
Oh,
That's about as
I think
low
I need
as
to. I think I
It
need
was
to.
One of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any...
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you... It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's
Hold
about
on.
as low as you can...
I keep missing.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's
It's
about
not
as
the only
low
reason. I
as you
don't think.
It was one of you killed.
And what reason
Do I
do you...
need to
Because
stop?
you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
There we go.
No,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no
Fair.
doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
Can't disagree with Tina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Most likely. I'm thinking it was Hiro, like I said. I don't want to sound like a broken record. Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No, that's wrong.
I'm so good at this. See that? The pocket trash was
Kira,
good.
when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well,
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no
True.
way a single one of them was
there
left in
wasn't
the
any in
warehouse.
the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
What Hiro said can't be right. Sakura can only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina
Exactly,
didn't actually
exactly.
give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
Except I'm really thinking it's Hiro.
So if that was
But, like,
the last time you saw her,
With how
there's
hard
no
it's
reason you
sussing
should
him
have
out
had that
right
candy.
now, I'm not thinking it.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostile.
See, she always acts suspicious. We know she's
It's
a
not
killer,
just normal
so
hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
what would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying?
No,
way!
she-
I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Because Sakura didn't write
Hiro,
that message.
hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
When Kyoko found the magazine with the diamond
I got it!
on there.
Kyoko,
I should have read that.
You
Sorry, that's
found the
my bad.
magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Not really. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, which case fully contradicts what Hiro told us. I'm assuming, so it's gotta be something with her clean finger.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
said he saw a dying message when we first found the body, but at that time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you, it was only after
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot down his. I found it.
I can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you, it was only after I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said
Shoot,
makes
no, I
total
need to
sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you that it was only after the investigation I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
Gosh,
and I
dang
can tell
it!
you, it was only after I found the magazine
tucked away on
I-
when I pulled it
I
out.
always miss
saw
those.
Her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I always miss those, and I hate it.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay, cool. I got it. Cool.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation.
Yeah, that was already
You
set.
weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
I really don't want to think that it's Hiro, but
I don't even
everything
know where
is.
to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's...
Without a doubt. No, absolutely. We do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Finger. I've been saying it all this time. Her finger.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
What? I'm so good at
I'm
this.
completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger.
Exactly.
Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end
As
everything.
soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst!
But how does that explain the locked
Well,
room
that's
murder?
what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is the hero did that doesn't make sense? What would he have had to do after writing the message? Why?
Shoot!
Yeah. That. Okay. I knew that wasn't gonna work. If hero wanted to pin there's why he didn't use Sakura's finger. Why didn't hero put the one?
Shoot!
I don't get it.
I got it!
The magazine was sitting.
That's true.
Everything
You just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
You know, I didn't catch on to that.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
Which I mean, I don't know.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
It was
If they
Sakura
went to the trouble of
herself.
hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who would have
I got it!
Toko.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Yeah, that makes sense. But like,
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right?
well, no, there was a
Hero
second.
just admitted it.
There was a second hit to the head.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's
Ah,
just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked
second
Sakura.
bottle.
I
Because
don't really
I
see
think
why,
what he
but
did was he only
okay.
like knocked her unconscious. We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. Gotta
I didn't
be.
want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, that's wrong.
Well, he might have hit her once, yeah, but
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
basically at this
But
point, yeah.
I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
There were 2
There's something
missing.
very suspicious about those bottles.
Because they're missing the queen and the knight. I'm assuming that's what they were. Because you have all the other specialty pieces. Actually, no, that would be all the pieces on the board there. Just all the categories, I guess. Pawns, rooks, bishops, queen, knights, and the king.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom again. I have my hat again. Hog. Anyway, once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Think back. After the
oh.
incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Yeah. 2
And
empty
we found
slots.
pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
They all weighed relatively the same. The connection must be... It's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each of the bottles is holding. It's the chess pieces. Hangman's Gambit. Now I understand. Yeah, the hang. See, now I'm kind of
That's
getting
it.
it. I'm
The chess
getting
pieces.
these class trials. I mean, it only took me 3 to really understand them, but
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight,
Knight,
if I
yeah.
remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What
No,
was
the
left
king had
intact
gone
at the
missing.
crime scene were the king, rook,
or queen,
bishop,
sorry.
and pawn. Just those 4.
Queen and the knight.
And on the ground was the knight.
Just the queen missing.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's not what I mean. So,
Are you
let's
sure?
say a bottle
Are you
did go
sure?
missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Yeah.
That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
It was broken.
I got it!
And so that's why
Oh,
when
must
we
have been
measured them or weighed them, it was heavier.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Wasn't just a single broken bottle. The evidence that proves that is... Just when I figured it out before. Monokuma bottle
I got it!
experiment.
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
And it was way
And
heavier.
what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Yeah. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. Must have been used by Sakura's second... Wait, where did my... Where did my... Oh, duh, sorry.
I got it!
I'm dumb.
The bottle that was removed from the
I was
scene
like, wait,
was
where's
used
my
the second time Sakura was
cursor?
attacked.
But,
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
yes.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow.
The hero is
Wouldn't
innocent.
you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but There's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Just 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
That
You
would.
just now decided to share that with us?
That makes sense
After
with
the
the
shock of thinking
locker.
I killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. I have it. She left it there for everyone to find. A new element has been added. Yes. So far, you've probably been pressing left mouse button during your final strike, without a second thought. From now on, you're gonna have to pay a little more extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet during the coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key or use the normal mouse wheel. Also, like the debates, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless. Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through this game now. Go you! Well then, good luck and have fun. Moment of truth.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough. It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. That's enough.
A locker hound. Oh, shoot!
This should prove it.
Okay. Well, it was acting weird. It wasn't wanting to select and fire as fast as it does in the bullet time battles or whatever.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Oh, I got distracted.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again?
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
I think there's poison still involved,
Talk.
but
Now.
man,
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first, and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her, you mean?
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wonder. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre! So that's good!
That's good. Keep talking like that, and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Not over yet, is it? When you killed Sakura is... Alright, so that's going to be it for this part of the class trial. It will be split up into probably some 3 different parts. I mean, I really didn't want to, but the long enough of a class trial, I ended up spending about 2 hours on it. And so 2 hour-long videos I don't think would be the best option to go about it. So I do apologize for that. If you're liking what I'm putting out, remember to like and subscribe. And hey, I'll see you on the flip side.